So let me walk you through the example of a contractor's time process. So this is somebody who is a UAT tester on our team, and I used to be a contractor as well as you before we became full-time employees. So we had to suffer through this process. And I want to just walk through what it takes every week for a contractor to have their time submitted through their company. So first, you can see this is a 10-step process flow, which is probably too complicated right there. They enter their time into eTime. They run a report. It actually takes overnight before that's generated in the batch process. The next day, they can print out their report through eTime. It generates a list, 8 hours on Monday, 8 hours on Tuesday. They, in this case, the team gives their report to another contract worker who collects the whole team. It's a team of 3 contractors. He collects each of theirs. He brings it to the Freddie manager over that team. The Freddie manager reviews each of the time report. This is a hard copy, and they will sign it. The manager hands it back to the point of contact. After signing them, they return to each contract worker, and each contract worker takes it, scans it in themselves, and emails it back. So it's gone from electronic to paper back to electronic. And that scanned copy is what's submitted through the firm for billing purposes. So you can already see what the problem is. There's 6 steps here that can be eliminated using electronic signatures. And so an improved process would look like this. After they run the report's emailed to the manager in the same way that if someone's requesting time off through eTime, it gets emailed. The manager would approve with an e-signature, and it's already in electronic form, and they can submit that for billing. So, we could look through the legal ramifications and all that, but it's clear that there's some process improvement here. And so what would the result of this be? It's a little bit of time for each contract worker, but it adds up. So if we estimate that it takes a couple minutes to print the report, a minute to walk over to the manager's desk, get it signed, bring it back up, scan it back in, email it to themselves. Let's say it's 6 minutes per week per contractor. With 2,500 contractors doing this every week, you can see that in this example it adds up to 13,000 hours throughout the company, which is like $1 million. So it's a really small step, and it adds up over time. And 130,000 pages are printed out every year. So you can see the impact of this diffused small cost across a great number. So that's just an example of moving from the initial to a managed piece and place in the maturity model. Thank you.
You still have more time. We went a little off script by having some questions.
Yeah.
Okay. So
that's fine.
So our finalists may opt to whether do the whole 15 minutes with the next Q&A or do 10 minutes presentation with 5 minutes Q&A. So we'll give you another 5 minutes
okay.
on the clock.
We've basically wrapped up. I just wanted to answer their questions. So we can answer some more questions if you guys have any. This is the end.
Okay.
So thanks everybody. We welcome any questions on the maturity model or the example.